Steamboat. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdown dances.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we've gone green with Enviro-based paint. And we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. I'm Chris Puckett, your Steamboat Springs Edward Jones financial advisor. Now's the time to make investments that can help provide money for the ever-rising cost of college. There's more than one strategy to save for college. Please come in to discuss your options.
For a free college cost analysis, call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 or stop by his office at 941 Lincoln Avenue. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name's Axel Kovac. I'm a freshman at Steamboat Springs High School. My number's 12. I'm a goalkeeper. I've been playing for about 10 years. Another sport I really like to do is ski. I've skied for as long as I can remember. I'd really like to go to college at USC. Kind of gives me the option to play soccer and ski in that state. I'd love to play soccer in college. In 10 years, I'd really like to be able to graduate college and move on to whatever profession I find interesting at that time. Outside of school, I'm a freestyle skier, so I ski Big Mountain and in the terrain park. My favorite subject in school is definitely math. I've loved math since 3rd grade. My favorite movie is probably The Imitation Game. I always kind of liked realistic movies like that. Last summer, I went on a big Europe trip. I went all around France and Spain. I visited a lot of family there and got to play some soccer. My goals for this season are definitely to make either JV or varsity and kind of just to really bond with the team more than anything. What I remember most about being a sailor is the bonds I made, friends, and all the fun I had this year. My name's Axel Kovac. I'm a freshman at Steamboat Springs High School, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Let's go, sailors. Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall's upon us, and it's time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Beardo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
The Corner Slice is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors. Celebrate with great food, fun, and friends. Hey students, stop in and grab lunch to go. 2 slices for only $5. Or stay and play games in a laid-back, family-friendly atmosphere. Featuring delicious Brooklyn-style pizza, the Corner Slice is the perfect place to celebrate the Sailors or just come and chill with friends. Open daily from noon to close, and the pizza is hot and ready to go. Located upstairs in Old Town Square at 7th and Lincoln, the Corner Slice. You're gonna love it.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdowns. Dances.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Colter Gonsman. I am a sophomore at Steamboat Springs High School. My number is 25. I play left back and right forward mostly. Number about a years of playing. This is my second year in high school, probably 6th or 7th my whole life. I've been playing soccer since I was really little. I also like to fly fish and do a lot of outside activities like skiing. I like to go to college, maybe in Montana or Northern California. I see myself up in the mountains or at the beach somewhere. If I play in college, depends on if I get looked at or if I get a good offer. Anything D2, that'd be pretty cool. Where I see myself in 10 years. Hopefully graduated from college with a good job. Outside of school, I work at 8th Street Steakhouse in downtown Steamboat. My favorite subject in school is actually math and science. There's only 2 good things I'm really good at. My favorite movie is Superbad. It's got some good comedy in it. This last summer, I did a lot of fly fishing. My buddy Henry. My goals for this season are to work my hardest. Goals in life are just to have fun. And what I will remember most about being a sailor is being a part of the great sports program they have. My name's Colter Gonsman. I am a sophomore here at Steamboat Springs High School, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
You'll start
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
From Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailor Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
Henry. I'm a sophomore this year. My number is 33. I usually play center mid or center back, and I've been playing since I've been 2 years old. I also like to fish and play basketball with my friends, even though I'm not very good at it. I like to go to college at CSU or CU because they're in-state and it's cheaper and just it's a lot easier to stay in-state, and I can come back here whenever I want. I don't know if I want to play in college yet. I probably will not. I'll probably just try to play club or something like that. Outside of school, I work at Freshies and I do a lot of other things. And my favorite subject in school has to be writing because I like to write a lot. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump, probably because it's just such a classic. My goals for the season are hopefully to start JV, which is probably going to happen, and then get some varsity minutes in. This past summer, did a lot of things. Well, I hung out with my friends a lot, and I went fishing with Coulter Gonsman a whole bunch and caught some slabs, and we did a raft trip on Ruby Horse Thief, and that was fun. Did some cliff jumping on that, and then also just a lot of soccer throughout my summer. Some of my goals for my life are to just stay morally correct, and then what I'll remember most about being a sailor is probably my freshman year, just how accepted I was by the other upperclassmen, how nice they were to me and my friends. My name is Henry Carrillo. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, The Allison Agency with Allstate, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett with the downtown Edward Jones office. It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM and 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Glenwood Springs. Your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team is just about set to open up their 2018 campaign against the Demons. It should be a great tilt out here, as we talked about. We were able to chat a little with Coach Bowman on the subject of this season's team, and he's really anticipating a fun year. Everybody is going to be involved in different roles, and it looks as though we've got one of the stronger midfields inside of the Western Slope, and so it'll be a really fun season for us. Glad you could tag along. We're here on KTYV 105.7, a new home in terms of the radio dial. We shifted that one around during the summer. Obviously, for those of you who are holdovers, it used to be 98.9. Now that's our classic rock station. So 105.7, your home for Steamboat Sailor sports here throughout the whole fall season. Both teams are getting lined up right now. They're about to get some introductions as well as that national anthem. So we're a few minutes away from the opening kickoff, but fear not, we'll be back shortly with that as promised. I'm Vlad Chase, bringing you Steamboat Sailors boys soccer, first game of the year. We're going to be taking on, we being the Steamboat Sailors boys team, taking on the Glenwood Demons here in just a couple minutes. Back with more. This is KTYV 105.7. Also, we're online at SteamboatRadio.com.
Chris Puckett, your Steamboat Springs Edward Jones financial advisor. Now's the time to make investments that can help provide money for the ever-rising cost of college. There's more than one strategy to save for college. Please come in to discuss your options.
For a free college cost analysis, call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 or stop by his office at 941 Lincoln Avenue. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Let's go, sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall is upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
Just like right before the
Skip Beardo from Alpine Lumber here at Steamboat Springs.
Thanks, buddy.
Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailor soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's.
The Corner Slice is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors. Celebrate with great food, fun, and friends. Hey students, stop in and grab lunch to go. 2 slices for only $5. Or stay and play games in a laid-back, family-friendly atmosphere. Featuring delicious Brooklyn-style pizza, the Corner Slice is the perfect place to celebrate the Sailors or just come and chill with friends. Open daily from noon to close, and the pizza is hot and ready to go. Located upstairs in Old Town Square at 7th and Lincoln, the Corner Slice. You're gonna love it.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdown dances.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the Sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
Back with you here for the opening of your Steamboat Springs boys soccer campaign for the 2018 season. It's going to be a really fun game here today, as a lot of these kids who are holdovers from last season, they know what happened on this pitch just a year ago, and of course that was one of those heartbreaking defeats in overtime to this Glenwood Springs Demons squad. However, as Coach Bowman alluded to in the pregame show, if you were tuned in, it was definitely a turning point for the season. It really kind of woke the beast, so to speak, as your Steamboat Sailors roared to a great finish and ended up falling out to one of the top teams in the state, Colorado Academy, or Colorado Classic Academy. So it was pretty great in terms of that, and the Sailors will see if they can reciprocate that once more with some good effort here on the field tonight.
Number 5, Jackson.
As I'm getting the text now that we're possibly not working.
Number 8, Liam Mazzana.
Should be all set. Not sure what the issue would be here, but hopefully you're hearing me. It may have just been a little bit of a delay, and we'll try and make sure that everything is working for you. But in the meantime, again, your Steamboat Sailors starting things off here against Glenwood Springs. It should be a great bout. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Also the Corner Slice, celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square in downtown Steamboat. And Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. You can go see Travis over there. Make sure that you ask him about the Gold Members Club. That's the only club that he likes to be a part of. I have also partook in that. I will not lie to you. Should be a good one. Like I said, Glenwood comes in. They've already played 2 games already this season. They were losers in a game against Durango. I believe the final there was 3-1, and then they were able to beat Palisade 8-1 in a league matchup. So already they're 1-1 and 1-0 in league play. So it should be pretty fun to see what they do in terms of having already had a couple games to shake the rust off. And as Coach alluded to in that interview, like again, I'm referencing, hoping that you heard it, but Coach Bowman talked about the hunger that this team for the Sailors has, and coming into this game, a lot of anticipation. These guys have been practicing for a number of weeks now, and they're ready to get going. Should be a fun one. Your Steamboat Sailors donning their away white uniforms, red numbers, and they are going to be right to left on the radio dial here on half number 1. 40 minutes up on the clock. Again, this is one of those quirky spots. Glenwood, one of the only places that I can recall as stopping the clock with 2 minutes to go and letting it be on the officials' time. So just a little bit of a different thing here in Glenwood Springs. They also have a thinner field. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but it is a little bit shorter in terms of its width. And so always fun to see what happens here. Murphy Bowman's going to get the first touch of the 2018 season. He's wearing one of the captain's bands. Looked as though Brian Arias is also donning one of the green captaincy bands here for Steamboat. And in goal for the Sailors is Juan Campoverde. Campoverde is stepping in to some big shoes, as the goaltending tandem the last couple years has been really solid for Steamboat, and I'm sure that it will continue to be so. First possession is going to be a quick one for Steamboat. They lose it. Glenwood Springs takes over for a moment. Demons trying to progress up the field. Good challenge there immediately from Gabriel Davis. Ball, though, is progressed up by Glenwood Springs. We've got a first whistle foul, and that one looks as though it's going to be against Alejo Quezada. And the ball now is going to be a free kick. This one inside the Steamboat half of play, as the officials try and give this free kick 10 yards. It looks as though it's going to be taken by Leo Mireles stepping in. The left-footed Mireles sends it into the box. Header on goal and in. And it's 1-0 Glenwood just like that. It took only a matter of 45 seconds. And it is 1-0 now, as Glenwood Springs got that one. I believe it might have been off the head there of Finnegan, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm getting corrected. It looks as though McGrath was the man who scored. Or DeGraff. Cameron DeGraff there was the goal scorer. So 1-0. Glenwood Springs out to an early lead inside of the first minute of play here from Glenwood Springs High School. Steamboat with another possession here on the restart. It's going to be worked back to Brown. Sam Brown tries to work it up the pitch, can't do it successfully. Intercepted by Glenwood Springs, and again they attack, though. A nice job from Steamboat to recover the ball. This is going to be taken up by Moore. Riley Moore, he's a transfer. Gets it up the field himself. Can't quite find his mark, however. Moore now intercepts a pass, and it's going to be worked up that right flank here, and a good slide from Steamboat. It looks as though that was Oliver Caparelli who was in there trying to get a touch on the ball. He did so, and then Steamboat follows up again as that's Connell who comes in, but all of those slides and the touches on the ball don't equate to any offense, as finally Arias tries to settle it. Gets it to Caparelli. He's inside now. Right back to Caparelli for Moore, and he tries to cross one in that ends up going through the uprights, and it'll remain 1-0. Does not even count as a shot on goal. So again, Cameron DeGraff scoring an early one for Glenwood Springs to put the Demons up 1-0 against your Sailors inside of the first minute of play. Goal kick coming now for Carlos Guardado. Guardado surveys the pitch, and he's going to decide on a long ball here. It's going to come down across midfield line. Foot race now, and a nice job to get it back to Campoverde. Campoverde will send it up that far side of the flank. Again, Steamboat right to left on the radio dial here in this first half of play. And Campoverde with a big booming kick of his own. He's trying to find Lopez up this near sideline. Daniel Lopez stops, reversing course, trying to body off a man. Now he's going to be double-teamed and eventually loses possession of the ball. Worked up near sideline by Glenwood. Taken right back is jumping into a lane is Gabriel Davis. And eventually Davis is going to have a throw-in as it went off a Glenwood player. Toss comes to Bowman. He's behind the D, and Bowman gets tripped up. Gets a shot. That one off the pipe. It comes right back out. A chance, and a shot from Connell does not go. Blocked down by Glenwood defenders. And a nice job there from the Demons. Murphy Bowman almost has his first strike of the year, and he is somebody that every team will have to watch out for, as he set a record in goals for Steamboat Sailors, at least. 1-0 lead here for Glenwood Springs, however, here from Glenwood High School. Brown goes shoulder to shoulder with a man, and it looks as though we've got a foul. Free kick coming up for Steamboat. And it's looking as though it's going to be worked up to Bowman again. Bowman now, as your Sailors go right to left on the radio dial on KTYV 105.7. Nice slide in there, and in support, I believe that was Riley Moore coming in. However, it goes out off of his feet. And another foot race at the other end of the pitch as Steamboat Sam Brown sends it back to Campaverde. Campaverde right back to Sam Brown on a give and go. He's going to try and reverse course, but a good tackle there from Glenwood Springs. Man's on the ground trying to play the ball. Brown does come up with it for Steamboat. Gets it up, looking for Arias. He goes shoulder to shoulder and is tugged and eventually thrown to the ground, but the non-whistle means that we play on. Here comes Quinn Connell now. Connell with a beauty of a through ball up this left wing. Daniel Lopez tried to send it in. He was looking for Caparelli, couldn't get it there. Now it's Bowman. He tries to have a touch on it. Comes free to Arias. Sends one into the box, and that's going to be gathered in relatively easily by Guardado. And Carlos Guardado now just rolls this one out to his defense and works it up the pitch as Glenwood Springs tries to again counter here. It's Mireles who's going to be all over the pitch and relied upon heavily for this Glenwood Springs team as he comes in as a senior and a leader. He was definitely one of those guys to mark up on even throughout the last 2 seasons as well. 35-33 left and ticking down here in first half play. As you are listening to Steamboat Springs boys soccer here on KTYV 105.7. Ball comes to the outside. It's going to be taken by Connell. He tries to jump back away from pressure, touches it to his back line, ended up at the foot of Kevin Castor, and he progresses it all the way back as Campaverde jumps well outside his box to send this one up far side to Arias. Couldn't quite control. Steamboat dispossessed there. It was really a errant play on their own part. Not necessarily a Glenwood Springs ball, but unforced error. That's the wording I was looking for. Worked right back up by Campaverde into the big circle in the midfield. Taken back by Glenwood Springs. Early on here, it looks as though the Demons have a little bit better possessive numbers, and they're passing a little bit more on point. That could just be that they've played 2 games already here inside this 2018 campaign. Looking for a quick restart on throw, and this is Alejo Quezada. Now he hands it off to Gabriel Davis. Davis gets it up to Lopez. Lopez tried to go right over the head of a defender and come up with the ball. Couldn't quite do it. Another slide from Steamboat. That was Moore who tried to get in on the ground. Couldn't quite come up with the possession or touch himself. And Quinn Connell forced to just go to his back line. Miscommunication there. And it'll be chased down and kept in play beautifully by Kevin Castor. Gets it to Campaverde. And that was going to be worked upfield, but Campaverde couldn't quite find a man with a white jersey. A chance here for Glenwood Springs. Danger. Shot that one over the goal and wide. Coming off the foot there of Justin Garces. And Garces just got a few too many laces on the outside of his foot there. And it looks as though Murphy Bowman's going to be asking for a quick little water bottle. He'll get a quick drink. In the meantime, the ball will be recovered by Campaverde, and he'll set this up for a goal kick. 1-0 score, Glenwood Springs on top of your Steamboat Sailors. 33-44 left here in first half play. The 1-0 score on the board, not quite indicative of the play. It's really been back and forth. It was a real quick goal from Glenwood Springs inside the first minute of play. But Steamboat's had their fair share of chances, including a Murphy Bowman shot that went off the outside of the pipe, but it stayed out nonetheless. Now it's going to be worked in on a throw-in from the far side of the field there from Glenwood Springs. Battled for. Ball goes across the sideline yet again. Throw-in this time for Caparelli and company. He's going to look on the field. Pardon me. Again, it's my first game in a while as well. I'm a little shaky out here. It's going to be taken by Kevin Castor. Sends one up near side to Davis. Davis tries to get away from pressure. Can't do it. Glenwood Springs comes up with possession yet again. And the ball goes to their back line. But Lopez tries to chase it down. Followed up by Davis. Sends it to Lopez. He was behind the line. That's an offside infraction against your Steamboat Sailors. Foul and free kick coming up here for the boys donning red and black jerseys. Stepping into this one is Mitchell Burt. Burt with a long ball. He's got a man, but a good job from Campaverde. What's he saying? Is the official deeming that he played that ball outside the box? Wow. That is an incredibly tough decision, unless it was a foul against Steamboat, perhaps. It looks as though the placement of the ball may be indicative that it was a foul against Steamboat on the back line. So a little bit of rust to be shaken off. That's all that is. That's what I'm going to attribute it to. It looks as though Steamboat just needs to tighten up the ship, so to speak. Batten down the hatches. Shot, and a big save from Campaverde. He dove left to right and punches that one free on a good opportunity from Morales, who's taken all the free kicks so far for this Glenwood Springs team. Another chip through to this near sideline. Headed back in the middle of the pitch for Glenwood Springs, but it's a good clear from Castor, at least initially. He needs a little bit of help, but eventually the Sailors do clear the danger area. Nice job from Quezada getting back for Steamboat. Now an errant play up the near side by Liam Mazzata. That one results in a Steamboat throw-in. Possession for the Sailors for a moment. Morales jumped in the way of Quinn Connell there. Connell still challenging. Ball comes free into the big circle. Gathered in by Jackson Cruz, and Cruz tries to send it over far side as Glenwood Springs still possesses. Cruz's initial pass got through. Now it's going to be followed up by Sebastian Torres. Torres up that far side of the flank with a pass of his own. The cross comes in, headed out nicely by Davis, and the big-bodied Gabriel Davis playing some solid defense, anchoring it back there on the left outside position for Steamboat. Now a long throw attempt. That one pre-released. Got out of the hands early of DeGraff, and so a little bit of an awkward play. It really just lollipopped. And now this one will be out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Campaverde and company. So after that initial goal that came off the foot of DeGraff, or the head of DeGraff, pardon, it was a good send, a good service in. DeGraff gets a head on it, and Campaverde did touch it, but he didn't have enough to keep it out. Steamboat decides to build from the back. Campaverde to Brown, back to Campaverde. Back to Brown again near side, top of the box. Not a lot of space between the outside of that box and the sideline here. Again, it's a tight pitch from Glenwood Springs High School. They're going to say play on. It looks as though that had rolled out in totality. It does not. In fact, here comes Morales. Sends it up, and a nice play from Sam Brown jumping in a lane. He heads it forward himself. Glenwood Springs swarms. 3 different red jerseys defenders get the ball. And eventually it's worked right back up again, and this pitch is going to slow it down. Man runs into it. The shot, though, well wide off the foot of Cameron DeGraff, who's all over the field right now. And now a whistle, and it looks as though they're going to say a corner kick. Wow. Interesting little challenge there from Campaverde, who was trying to get out. I don't know if the Glenwood Springs player had a read on that, but it'll be the first corner of the day for either team, and it's going to be for Glenwood Springs. 1-0 lead already for the Demons here with 29-28 left, and it's just going to be sent in low, hard on the ground. They try and work a give and go, and then a quick service in. Not going to go, however. Instead, turns into a throw-in on the far sideline for the Demons, and then a miss play on the ball turns into a Steamboat possession. Arias with a quick throw. This one up the field, trying to get streaking Riley Moore. Couldn't do it. Now here's Bowman. Nice little through ball from Bowman. He gets it to the outside. Caparelli is going to give it into Riley Moore. His touch back to this near side. Bowman may have the legs to get there. He does. Deep here in Glenwood territory, Murphy Bowman can't turn the corner. He's battling, though, goes hard to the ground, and eventually it turns into a throw-in for Steamboat here deep in the offensive half. Toss comes into the box, bouncing around, cleared out by Glenwood Springs, taken down now by Steamboat again, and here's the service from Davis. That one's knocked down, and it's going to be worked up the field by Glenwood Springs. Good defensive set there for the Demons. Your Sailors, though, pressing yet again, and it is not their first time doing so. Now, however, it's at the other end of the field. They're going to say it's an onside play. Glenwood Springs with numbers sent in. A good service, but a better clear from Kevin Castor, who got back in a hurry for the Steamboat Sailors. He and Brian Arias, the last two back there. Of course, Campaverde as well. 28-10 left in a 1-0 game. Glenwood Springs on top of your Steamboat Sailors. It is now going to be a throw-in far side. Arias to take this one. He finds the foot of Quinn Connell in stride. Connell now touches the middle of the pitch here. He found Riley Moore quickly up with a beautiful through ball. Lopez is chasing it down for Steamboat. He has to pull up a little bit. Allows Glenwood Springs to get back with numbers, but a good service from Lopez. Almost connected with Caparelli. Couldn't quite do it before Carlos Guardado got out there and knocked it down. Now Guardado sends one up that's forwarded even pushed along further. I'm still getting it back as well, so please pardon me on this one. Broadcast number 1 of the 2018-19 campaign for your Steamboat Sailors. Here's Castor switching the pitch. Tried to go over to Davis, couldn't find him. Now a slide from Connell turns into a possession. Moore, he gives one up, looking for Bowman. Foot race here. Murphy Bowman doesn't get out, doesn't lose those foot races very often, but Mitchell Burt turned on the Jets. Now it's going to be another whistle, foul, free kick. This one for Glenwood Springs, right around the big circle. Quick restart here for the Demons. Work to the outside. Alan Videla with a good little move to get away from pressure. Glenwood Springs with some high footwork, some fancy footwork. They got up the field quickly, and the stands that are packed on that far side of the field Resounding applauses for that footwork. However, it comes to nothing. Campaverde with big booming kick. That one goes out across the near sideline. Throw coming up for Glenwood Springs in their own half of play. To be taken by Jackson Cruz. Pardon me, that's 8. That's Liam Mazzotta couldn't quite get the ball back from Mireles. Now it's touched the outside. Glenwood Springs trying to attack that far flank yet again. It seems as though there have been a number of times here so far today that we've seen that outnumbered play. 3-on-2, 3-on-1. Numbers upfield for Glenwood Springs. And again, I think that that's just an attribution to having not played for Steamboat yet. This is going to be a first half to look at, learn from, and really move on from. I mean, it's got a lot of good things as well to key in on for your Sailors, and we're only about 15 minutes into it. Here now comes Riley Moore. Through ball attempt to Murphy Bowman, doesn't connect. Sent back the other way. Glenwood Springs trying to attack. Followed up by Gabriel Davis. Davis got it up the field. Caparelli's chasing it down. Trying to turn and force a bad pass. Nice job from Davis getting ahead on the ball, but it's going to go out of play right in front of the Glenwood bench. Again, Steamboat here is right to left on the radio dial. Murphy Bowman now seeing that he has some time for a quick little drink of water. Play goes on. Sam Brown gets it back from Campaverde. Now it is taken by Gabriel Davis. Davis tried to get into the middle of the pitch with the ball. Intercepted by Glenwood Springs. Then Kevin Castor jumped into a passing lane. Got it back for Steamboat for a moment. Lost it again. Here comes Glenwood once more up that left wing. And the man's going to try and turn the Jets on and beat his defender. He does so. Great slide, though, at the end. Unbelievable control there from a sliding Alejo Quezada, who had to get back. Didn't have the legs to beat his man, but he was able to get all ball on that slide. Corner kick, second of its kind for Glenwood Springs. Coming up, 1-0 lead for the Demons on a goal from DeGraff in the first minute of play. 24:35 left now, and Steamboat has counter with a few chances of their own. Here comes a service on the corner. It gets through, but it hits off a Glenwood player, and ends up going out of the danger area for Steamboat. So a good fortuitous bounce for your Sailors. Again, if you're just tuning in, Steamboat Sailors boys soccer here on KTYV 105.7. Your Sailors are right to left on the radio dial, donning their away white jerseys, red trim and numbering. Free kick on an offsides infraction against Glenwood Springs. So Arias is going to take this for your Sailors. Brian Arias, he is one of the two captains here on the pitch for Steamboat, wearing the green band. Murphy Bowman, the other. Here comes Daniel Lopez now. Lopez tried the through ball. If he had about a foot and a half back, would have maybe gotten past that defender, and he had Bowman streaking. Now the ball worked up that far sideline once again by Glenwood Springs. And eventually they're going to try and switch the pitch and come to this near side. It's going to hop once. And it looks like DeGraff, who's not a small player by any stretch, trying to get around a defender. Nice job there. Great job from Quezada, who just got the ball, takes it right away from DeGraff, and now it's worked into the big circle once again. Swung out to that far side by Glenwood Springs. Demons with the ball. Great intercept now from Steamboat. That was Moore. He's the methodical player here for your Sailors. And the ball will be worked up this near side. Caparelli looking to chase it down, but instead it's worked back to the goalkeeper. Guardado will have this inside his box. Reverses course with it. Tries for the near sideline. Intercepted there by Davis. Goes for a chip through. Sailors players were behind that line. Not called. Now here's Davis trying to follow up. Chance for Caparelli. Rips one. That goes wide. And so with that, a quick whistle. We've got a couple substitutions for Glenwood Springs. Steamboat keeping their unit out there for the time being. 22:32 left here in half number one. A 1-0 game. Glenwood Springs on top. They'll get the fresh legs off the bench. Guardado now sets it up to the far side of his 6 and gets a lot of laces under the ball. Sends it up to DeGraff near side. DeGraff goes shoulder to shoulder, beats his man around the corner, and it's going to be a throw-in on the near side. He didn't quite keep it in play. And so here's Davis now. He's going to toss this one into Moore. Settles with the right foot. Try to go back to Quezada. Too far for him. Taken back by Glenwood Springs. And he's going to just try and streak DeGraff, who cuts to the middle. And will be taken right back by Steamboat. Worked up to Caparelli. He comes in to possession yet again. Now pass to Bowman. Bowman goes down, and the ball is going to be worked in to Glenwood Springs possession yet again. Demons trying to attack. Bowman fired up here. He goes to try and chase that ball down. Whistle blows, and it's going to be a Steamboat possession here. Foul called there against Alan Videla. With that whistle, we've got another chance for Steamboat to possess. Castor's going to step into this ball. It's quickly turned the other way, however, and Steamboat's back on their heels again. It's Glenwood Springs with possession near side. It's Justin Garces. Nice job from Davis. Then a miscommunication with Brown. Turns into a chance for Garces to keep possession, but he's forced to just pass it back, and that allows for Steamboat to get their unit back defensively. Now it's going to be Moore. Turning, firing it to the outside, finds Arias. Nice chip through on a one-touch play. And it looks as though it's going to stay in bounds. Referee Bowman's going to try and come up and attack. Great job. He gets support from Lopez on the outside. Daniel Lopez into the box. He still has possession. Tries to touch one off. He had Quinn Connell in his sights. However, it's turned the other way, and Glenwood Springs clears the danger area. Kick back by Castor. He's going to find Campaverde. Nice job from Juan Campaverde getting this one up the field, and Steamboat pressing again. Riley Moore, beautiful through ball. He had Caparelli trying to chase down the loose 50-50. It's turned to the outside, and Caparelli tries to kick it off. A player defensively, he does so successfully, and Steamboat with a throw in deep here in Glenwood territory. 20 minutes left in half number one. A 1-0 game. Easy for me to say. Glenwood Springs on top of your Steamboat Sailors off a goal in the first minute of play. Caparelli now turns and shoots. Has a man on the back post. Couldn't get it to him. Fired wide, but Oliver Caparelli not afraid to let him fly here today, and he's got his chances. And the Sailors doing a good job so far in the early goings, getting some opportunities. Still plenty of soccer left. 60 minutes, just under 60 minutes left in the game. Oh, an errant pass there. Gets by one Glenwood Springs player, comes to another. Demons have it for a moment, taken right back, and Bowman wanted something, and he got too many laces under the ball that time, and so sending it over the goal frame. That results in a goal kick for Carlos Guardado and company. 2 corner kicks for Glenwood Springs, 1 goal for the Demons. Nothing in either of those categories for Steamboat at this point. Guardado now sends one up the field, a big booming kick, headed onwards, and a foot race here. Sam Brown has to try and get back. That is a speedy man up the field. That's Estrada. Estrada gets around him. A chance, a shot, huge save from Campaverde, cleared out, as I believe that was Castor who got back, but Campaverde somehow gets the right foot on that one, as it was labeled for the bottom left of the goal there. Now Riley Moore progresses this with a high lofting ball, and good body work there from Glenwood Springs defender, as he was able to fight off Caparelli. Throw in earned. Now Caparelli gets another touch on the ball. Sliding in is Moore, and a chip through here, and it's going to slow down. Lopez is in a foot race here. He goes down shoulder to shoulder, and they're going to say that was a fair ball on the 50-50. And now it's going to be turned up by Glenwood Springs. Good sportsmanship there on the back end. Throw in for Glenwood on the far sideline, just inside their own half. The toss doesn't even come down before it goes to the Sailors' end. Turned right back the other way by Steamboat. Handball called, and a foul free kick for Steamboat here. And it looks as though it's going to be Riley Moore to take this. So Moore is a transfer student. He stepped into a big role here for your Steamboat Sailors. 1750. He's going to be the strong man on this ball. I just made that up, but it sounds good. Here's Moore sending it back post. He had Molman, who just couldn't quite get on top of that ball with the head. Sending it instead over the goal frame, but a good looking play there. And if that's a tale of things to come here for the Sailors, I'm excited about it. Riley Moore, the beautiful service. Bowman escapes, and a great job to get free of the defenders, and jumped up. He just couldn't quite come on top of the ball. Moore with another feed to Lopez. Lopez is in. Oh, taken out. A chance for Bowman. It's blocked off. Lopez can't believe, neither can I, that Guardado was not just called. He went all leg on that. He's going for the ball, maybe an allotment for the keep since he's trying to get out there, but it seemed as though he didn't get any ball at all, and so I would think that would be a foul, but perhaps not. I'm sure somebody will text me saying I'm wrong. Ball comes near side. Steamboat with a throw-in now, again in the offensive half. Toss comes over the head of Caparelli. He's going to chase it down, puts it into the 18-yard box. Comes free, and Glenwood Springs has it again. Worked that outside. Battled for. Nice job fighting for it from Connell. And it looks as though he's going to get called on a foul eventually. A little bit too handsy there with that, and so it will be a Glenwood Springs ball. Yeah, I'm very surprised it was not a call. I mean, Guardado got out and did not get anything but the leg of Daniel Lopez, and perhaps the only guess I could have as to why that wasn't a foul was it's the keeper, and he's allotted a little bit more if he's going for a ball. Here's a long shot at the other end. That one's going to go well high and wide off the foot of Justin Garces. And a goal kick coming up now, as it will be Campo Verde to kick this one away for your Steamboat Sailors. Want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop, where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Going to have another possession here for Glenwood Springs, but only for a moment. Great job for Steamboat getting the ball back. Moore had it, gives it up to Caparelli, couldn't return a feed. Moore now challenging in the midfield. Nice job there to get the ball back. He found Bowman initially. Couldn't connect with Connell, taken back by Glenwood Springs. Great challenge there on the far side of the field by Brian Arias. He's going to try and direct the troops. Nice job from Glenwood Springs trying to get back, but a great work. And is that, yes, that looks to be Castor, who had a nice play there defensively. Now Bowman challenged, couldn't quite come up with the ball there on a 50-50 header. It's going to be taken a step by Lopez for a moment. Knocked away from him and out of bounds off a Glenwood Springs player. And Steamboat with a throw-in just in front of the grandstands on the far side of the field of play. 14:50 left here in half number one. A 1-0 game. Glenwood Springs is on top of your Steamboat squad. Another slide. Puts the ball out of play off of a Glenwood player. Wow, they're going to say that went off of Arias. That is something I'd have to disagree with personally. But the center official will win that one against me every time. And throw in now for Glenwood Springs. Demons have this. Players collide, and the ball comes free. Kept in play at the far sideline. Tough for me to really see that one from my vantage point. Nice little heel play there from Riley Moore. Goes off of a player, and then a quick throw from Moore. He's gotten engaged. Murphy Bowman into the 18, and Bowman could not quite come up with enough of a time to get a shot off. Comes right back to him. He tries to give it to Moore, can't get it. Tries to turn a corner, gets knocked down. That's a whistle and a foul. So now it looks as though your Sailors are getting one of their best opportunities on the evening so far. Riley Moore steps on. If I'm not mistaken, that's right about on the edge of the box here. Moore's going to take this one. 13 and a half minutes to go and ticking down here. It's a low service. In! There's Castor. He had a chance at it. Couldn't fire. And cleared out by Glenwood Springs. Castor had it on his foot and had a great opportunity. Just could not quite come up with that. Sam Brown sends one in. And it looks as though that one's going to be called down as Bowman was still down on his knees recovering. So foul for an offsides there. Free kick coming up here for Guardado. Ball restarts. It's going to be worked to that midfield line. Challenge for by Quezada. Quezada now following up nicely, and he's going to just push his man away from the ball. Gets possession for Steamboat. Finds Moore. Tries to send one to Bowman. Can't connect. Now it's going to be Glenwood Springs with possession yet again. Ball taken and a little chip through that outside player. Moore trying to challenge. Has help from Quezada. Moore gets in there on a nice slide. Gets the ball free, and here's Connell in support. Great job from the Sailors. There's that midfield that's so potent, and Coach Bowman talked about earlier. Now a chance from Arias on the cross. Not going to get it to go. Cleared up by Glenwood Springs. Only so far as Quezada. His first touch on the ball. Not a good one. Taken back and fired up by Glenwood. One-on-one. Brown's going to get there first. His pass, an errant one right to the feet of the Glenwood defender, and he's going to try and rip one home. Nobody there, though, in red. And a good job from Campo Verde. Getting out, he's going to tell his boys to slow it down a little bit. He'll build from the back with a nice roll out near side to Gabriel Davis. Sends one up to Quinn Connell. Settles with the right big toe. Sends back to Castor. He just turns and goes to Campo Verde in this big box. Campo Verde steps out. Fakes one going up the field. Gives it back to Castor. Back to Campo Verde again. And that is some supreme confidence in a keep when you can play that kind of ball. Just a little pitch and catch there. Now Quinn Connell slides, gets all ball on that, sends a man tumbling to the turf in the meanwhile. Now here's Davis. He tried to reverse course, couldn't come up with the ball. Mireles does instead for Glenwood Springs, tries to streak his man. Great job from Sam Brown. Lifted just enough of that left leg to get it. Now a great through ball for Glenwood Springs. Man's in behind the defender, but a good job from Davis again. And it really looked like neither of those guys wanted to get called for a foul, and so both were a little hesitant and timid on the ball. Should be a throw-in near sideline. More substitutions made for Glenwood Springs as they try and keep their troops fresh. Toss will come from the Demons, and it is going to be DeGraff who checked back into the game. 11 minutes left. DeGraff's the only goal scorer. 1-0 game for Glenwood Springs. They lead this one, and it's headed in towards the goal frame. Over the net it goes, as the Glenwood player got under that a little bit too much. It looks as though that was Eric Vargas who had the opportunity. So again, it will be Campo Verde with a shot to come for the Sailors in terms of goal kick, not a shot. My apologies on that one. Quinn Connell heads this down. It's going to be settled by a Glenwood player only for a moment, however. Nice challenge from the back by Quezada. He gets one up to Caparelli. Tries to turn one into open space here. Doesn't have a lot of options. Gives it back to Davis. Long ball from Davis is going to go all the way into the Glenwood Springs area. And it'll be directed to Guardado. Quick little chip through up this near sideline. He found his man that was Parch. And the ball works to the middle of the field. Glenwood Springs again working it up towards the midfield line. They try for that left wing. Long ball, not going to go. There's Sam Brown kicking it into the next area code. Good defensive play there from Brown. They're going to need a new ball. That one's out of the stadium. Throw in to come from the far side for Glenwood Springs, but before we have that, it looks as though... What's going on? More substitutions. There we are. Sebastian Torres coming in, and out goes Angel Bernal. So we'll have a reset, another throw in from the far sideline for Glenwood Springs. It's going to be the freshman Sebastian Torres to take this toss from that far sideline. 9:22 to go and ticking down in a 1-0 game. Glenwood Springs on top. Service comes in. It's going to be cleared out by Gabriel Davis. Worked up. Caparelli with a one-touch. He tried to go to Moore. Got him. It was just a little bit behind him. And then Moore tried to return the feed. Couldn't get it there. Now stepping into is Sam Brown. He tries for Caparelli. And bodies collide. Ball goes around and finally settles at the foot of Glenwood player. Worked up. Oh, there was a nice feed, but a great job from Castor getting back. He just had better wheels there than Eric Vargas, and was able to body him off and allow Campo Verde to come out and make a nice play at that ball for your Steamboat Sailors. Again, if you're just joining us, Sailors are right to left on the radio dial. They're donning their white uniforms, red numbers. First substitution of the day here as Burnson comes in for the Sailors, and off goes Gabriel Davis. That'll shift the unit around a little bit. It looks as though Burnson's going to be in an offensive role. Caparelli's been moved back to the left outside position that was previously occupied by Gabriel Davis. Caparelli now gets away from a player into the big circle to pass to Moore. Riley Moore, nice chip through here. He's trying to find Murphy Bowman. Lopez was up there as well, but a good job defensively to take that one away from him by Glenwood Springs. Now Riley Moore again, heel pass there. Found Quinn Connell. Couldn't quite get the follow-up pass to go, however. And then DeGraff just ran out of time and space. They don't know why that was not whistled down. DeGraff had that go across the sideline. He knew it. Everyone except the officials did. And instead, it's going to be deep in the Steamboat side of the field here where there's a throw-in. Glenwood Springs comes up with it once more. And the Demons have it again in the Steamboat half of play. Players tie up there. That was Moore. Oh, come on. That's a weak one. Riley Moore slid and missed it. The man just ran right into his feet. I don't love that call, but hey, I'm a hockey guy. 7:25 to go here. 1-0 score as Glenwood Springs is on top of your Steamboat Sailors right now. Still plenty of ball game left as we've got over 45 minutes remaining in this one. Before that, we'll have some halftime. Don't you worry. Here's a long ball. Stopped down by Campo Verde. Mireles was going for goal on that. Campo Verde with a nice job to get in the lane and scoop it up before it crossed the line. With relative ease, might I say. Now it's worked up to Arias. Too far for him. Throw-in coming for Glenwood Springs. Arias trying to direct traffic there on the backside, get a little bit of support. Riley Moore slides right into it. Great job there from Moore. A little broken play on the far side, ends up going off Burnson and out of bounds, and so we'll see another throw in for Glenwood. This one just about a few feet inside the Steamboat half. The toss, though, goes right across the midfield line back to Glenwood's side of things. They switch the pitch, comes to the near side, and it's bouncing around. Bowman with a header goes upfield with that one, but he couldn't quite get enough on it to send it to Lopez. Instead, turned back the other way. Glenwood Springs has it once more. Great challenge, though, from Quinn Connell. He just forces his man off the ball, turns up the field, and Connell, he tried to reverse course, ran into a body, though, and it's turned up again by Glenwood Springs as the Demons try to attack up this near side. DeGraff overruns the ball, and a Glenwood Springs turnover, throw-in for Steamboat. Quickly up to Riley Moore, settles near side. Lopez can't keep it in play, and so now it will be a throw-in for Glenwood Springs. DeGraff's right there to gather up that ball, just about at the midfield line. 5:48 to go, ticking down here in half one. 1-0 lead for Glenwood Springs, the hometown team. Your Steamboat Sailors, however, battling back strong. Want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. Ball worked over far side deep in Steamboat Sailors territory, and the service comes through, knocked out by Brown, and into the hands of Campo Verde yet again for your Sailors. He'll throw this one up quickly to Quinn Connell. Connell just misfires on his pass up the field, and it's going to be a throw-in now for Aiden Barch. And Barch will get this one into the field to play. Nice job, though, from Quezada stepping in. Alejo Quezada chipped through. He was looking for Bowman, perhaps even Burnson. Ball, though, comes free to a defender. That's Jack Reinbold, and Reinbold turns it up the field himself for Glenwood Springs. Off of a Glenwood player, and it is a Steamboat throw-in. That went off of Sebastian Torres. So here's Arias with a toss. Knocked down by Bowman. He went right back to Riley Moore. Moore now is going to just survey his options. Very methodical with his play. Gets it back to Brian Arias. Arias turns it up the field at the direction of Moore, but he can't quite control. Now Moore's going to try and challenge here. Taken back, however, by Glenwood, and the Demons will attack once more. Trying to find a man, streaking up the side. Great job from Brown, jumping in the lane there. He's going to work it up to Connell, who touches it along further, but it's going to be a Glenwood Springs ball yet again deep in their own half. 4:15 to go. Pass upfield hits off of Lopez. Out of bounds it goes, and we will have a substitution here for Glenwood Springs. Steamboats like what they've seen so far. The coaching staff's kept that same group out there except for one substitution. Burnson came in to the game. Gabriel Davis subbed out. But so far, the Sailors playing this one strong. They let up that first goal, but it was a little bit of a broken play, and really a nice one, too, for Glenwood Springs. They just had bodies in front and got a header on it. Here now comes Steamboat. Kevin Castor tried to turn it up the field, but it was a whistle as there was a foul behind the play on the previous 50-50 ball. So here's Mireles again. Tries to go for a lofty one, looking for DeGraff in behind the defense. Can't get it there. Turned back the other way by Steamboat. Long ball. That one almost got away from Reinbold. Eventually does. It's going to be a Glenwood Springs ball, however, as he never touched that one. It was right off a Steamboat Sailor player. So possession here for the boys in red and black. They try and reverse course. Great job challenging by Quezada yet again. There's a lot of positive stuff to look at here in this first half of play for your Steamboat Sailors. We ticked down to the last 2:55 of the first 40. Quezada tried to turn it up the field. A lot of really good things and a lot of things that they can kind of clean up. Here comes Glenwood Springs. Low service. Sliding back is Sam Brown, and that'll turn into a corner kick here. The third one for the Glenwood Springs Demons. 1-0 game. DeGraff was a goal scorer back in the first minute of play. 3 corner kicks for Glenwood Springs. No goals, no corners for Steamboat, but they have definitely got their opportunities. Murphy Bowman almost tied it up just a couple minutes after that Glenwood Springs goal. Here comes a service far side. Comes into play, but a great job from Steamboat. They had bodies back, and the numbers are able to dominate on that. Now here's Glenwood Springs again. Good work to keep that one in the Steamboat half. Demons trying to work this one in. Great slide there. Defensive play from Burnson was a good one. Goes out of play, and it'll be another throw-in from the far sideline for this Glenwood Springs team. We're now on the officials' clock here, so that's always questionable. I'm not sure why they do this here. They could just stop the clock. They like it, though. Worked up by Daniel Lopez. He tries to continue to challenge, but Ryan Bold with some good body positioning on him, able to force him away from the ball and keep him off of it as it went out of play. Now it'll be a Steamboat play, however, as Brian Arias will take the throw, but before that we will have a substitution. Murphy Bowman coming off for your Steamboat Sailors. Alfredo Perez coming on for his first taste of varsity action. Perez in there for Steamboat. Looks as though Alejo Quezada's moved up to that middle attacking position that was previously occupied by Murphy. But man, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of shifting going around here for Steamboat. It looks as though this is going to be a dangerous team. You can tell. There's a lot of potential for Steamboat. Here's Burnson back to Quinn Connell. Taken down from behind. Don't know how that was not a call. Connell was taken down from behind. Man, barely got the ball. It looked as though Quinn Connell actually made the play on that. Now it's going to be a throw-in for Caparelli. Of course, I am wearing a Steamboat soccer shirt, so maybe there's a little bit of that factor. I don't know. Here is Alfredo trying to get in there, but Perez can't quite scoop out the ball and get a chance at goal. Instead, turned around the other way. But only so far as Perez, who got back, played Wolf. Great job there. And now it's going to be Riley Moore. Chip through into the box, and that'll be Guardado out to play that strongly. He was going to initially throw it upfield. Now he decides instead to punt it, and that goes across the midfield line, well back into the Steamboat half of things. Kevin Castro will wait for it to cross that far sideline before picking it up, and he'll go for a throw-in. Toss comes, shouldered forward by Glenwood Springs, and it looks as though we have halftime. So, an exciting first half of play for your Steamboat Sailors. As I was kind of talking about, a lot of really good things from the Sailors boys soccer team and a lot of things that can definitely be worked on. But, again, game number 1, and apart from that goal that was inside the first minute, Steamboat has played well. I'm going to send it over to break. Back to the studio we go for a little bit. We'll get some spotlights and, of course, messages from our sponsor. I do want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, Chris Puck at the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Also, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local and sleep great. I'm Vlad and Chase, back with more. The second half coming to you right after this quick break, right here from Glenwood Springs High School. You're listening to Steamboat Springs Boys Soccer on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett for the downtown Edward Jones office. It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailor Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. I'm Chris Puckett, your Steamboat Springs Edward Jones financial advisor. Now's the time to make investments that can help provide money for the ever-rising cost of college. There's more than one strategy to save for college. Please come in to discuss your options.
For a free college cost analysis, call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 or stop by his office at 941 Lincoln Avenue. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
Hi, my name's Bryce Setzman. I am a junior in Steamboat Springs High School. My soccer number is number 36. I play the outside positions, including mid and defense. I've been playing for a while now. I also like to ski. I like to go to college at Montana State University. I would enjoy skiing in college and maybe play a little bit of soccer just for fun on the side. I see myself in 10 years owning a company. Outside of school, I'm also involved in the Winter Sports Club here in town. My favorite movie, probably any comedy movies. Don't really like to pick one. Last summer, I had fun going to New York, volunteering at New York State Sheriff's Camp, and visiting family in Sedona, Arizona. My goals for the season are to get a lot of playing time and have fun. My goals for life are to own a company and make the most out of it. What I will remember most about being a sailor is the positive attitude everybody brings out on the team. My name's Bryce Etzman. I am a junior in high school, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall's upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Yurdo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailor Soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend.
The Corner Slice is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors. Celebrate with great food, fun, and friends. Hey students, stop in and grab lunch to go. 2 slices for only $5. Or stay and play games in a laid-back, family-friendly atmosphere. Featuring delicious Brooklyn-style pizza, the Corner Slice is the perfect place to celebrate the Sailors or just come and chill with friends. Open daily from noon to close, and the pizza is hot and ready to go. Located upstairs in Old Town Square at 7th and Lincoln, the Corner Slice. You're gonna love it.
The team at Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touches touchdown dances.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Murphy Bowman, and I'm a senior. I am number 13. I'm a center forward. I've been playing since I was 3. I also like to free ski in the winter, just with my friends. I'd like to go to college, maybe at Westminster in Salt Lake or Fort Lewis. I'd like to play soccer in college. That'd be pretty ideal. In 10 years, I see myself with a dog living somewhere up in the woods, maybe. Outside of school, I mainly just play soccer. I like to hang out with my friends as well. My favorite subject in school is shop. I like the teacher, Scopa. He's a pretty fun guy. He teaches you a lot of life skills. I really like Star Wars. Just kind of grew up watching that. Last summer, I didn't really do much except for go to California with the soccer team, but even then I didn't do much because I had a broken wrist. My goals for the season, I'd like to try to outdo myself from last season, see if I made any improvement. Goals in life, I'd just like to be successful, be a happy person. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is probably the bus rides to our soccer games. My name is Murphy Bowman. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
From Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Owen Peterson. I'm a freshman in high school. I'm number 37, and I play as a winger. I've been playing for as long as I can remember. Along with soccer, I like to play sports like I really enjoy track and basketball for fun and skiing. I don't really know where I'd like to go to college because that's pretty far out, but I definitely would like to go to college. If I go to college, I don't think that I'll be playing any sports. I can't really see myself in 10 years because that's far away, but I'd like to possibly be starting a family by then or something like that. Outside of school, I'm also involved in, I really enjoy fishing, hanging out with my friends, being with family, and working. My favorite subject in school is probably science. I don't really have a favorite. They're all the same to me. My favorite movie is, I don't really have a favorite. I like a bunch of movies. My goals for the season are just to improve as a player and make new friends. My goals for life are just to probably have a family and work hard. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is just that family and the brotherhood. My name is Owen Peterson, and I'm a freshman, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
You've just heard the Sailor Spotlight on Fox Sports 98.9.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, the Allison Agency with Allstate, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett with the downtown Edward Jones office. It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM and 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Back with you here from Glenwood Springs High School, where we just has begun the second half of play. The Glenwood Springs Demons on top of your Steamboat Sailors. A score of 1-0. The goal scored back in half number one by Cameron DeGraff on a set piece in the first minute of play. Here's a nice steal. Lopez is coming in. A chance. Tried to pass it back to Bowman. Couldn't quite get it there. Battled for again. Right at the top of the 18. Here's Lopez again. Swinging it out that left wing. Tries to cut down the line. Now looks to nutmeg a man. Knocks him to the turf. Sends one across. And that's going to be that's going to draw a whistle. And a foul called against Daniel Lopez. Your Steamboat Sailors, if you're just tuning in, down 1-0, and they are wearing their away white uniforms, red numbers. And they are left to right on the radio dial here in this second half of play. Do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank member FDIC, as well as Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and homeowner's friend. As we get going into this second half, your Sailors down by 1. They had a lot of opportunities, and talking to some of the coaches, it sounds as though they were a little bit, they were preaching patience. Sailors oftentimes were kind of a little skittish and too quick to make that pass, and because of that, it turned into a few passes that were ill-advised, and so they're preaching patience and just kind of calming it down a little bit, taking a little bit of time, letting the plays develop. It looks as though Brian Arias is down in the 18 right now. They're going to call for stoppage. I'm not sure what happened there. DeGraff, who is a big boy, is over there as well. Not sure if they tied up or what happened, but we shall see. We shall see. When it's all said and done, I believe that's going to be the first corner of the second half of play. Steamboat still hasn't got a corner kick this game. This one is going to be the fourth total for Glenwood Springs. Arias holding on to his right jaw here, one of the captains on this team. He's going to have to step off for Chasser ruling because he had drawn the whistle and the stoppage of the clock. That's going to result in his having to sub off. And in comes Burnson. Now it's going to be a corner kick from the far side of the field of play. 1-0 game, Glenwood Springs on top. Set play here. They've got 5 guys crowding the box. Now they all rush forward. Corner comes out to the top of the 18. Chance, shot, hits a man, and it'll be cleared out by Steamboat. Nice job there by the Sailors. Ball's going to be headed out by Glenwood Springs' last man back. Throw in for Bowman. He tries to restart quickly. He has Lopez streaking, and he couldn't quite keep that one in play. Throw in the other way for Glenwood Springs now, and it's a long ball. That man has some power to his toss. He gets it up the field quickly. Demons on their heels a little bit here. Steamboat has come out strong, and they are looking fast to start the second half of play. 36:45 left in the second stanza, in fact. 1-0 game, Glenwood still on top. Ball work to the outside. Burnson settles with the right foot at the midfield line. Tries to work his way into the middle of the pitch. Loses his footing, loses the ball. Worked up the other way by Glenwood Springs. Foot race here. Justin Garces going to be knocked out of bounds, and that will happen after the ball already had vacated the premises. So a throw in for Steamboat. It's going to be a toss to come from Castor. Kevin Castor into Caparelli. Actually stumbled over the ball on that one, Oliver Caparelli, and it looks as though he's a little shaken up. He'll walk it off. Now a chance for Garces. Dispossessed by Quezada. Swings one out to Burnson. Back up the middle of the field here. And it was Mireles who got in the way, but great job from Kevin Castor. And Kevin will work his way up field but only so far as Mireles, who got back there for Glenwood Springs, fights his way through a few different players, coming to the top of the 18 here for the Demons before being swarmed, and eventually it'll be cleared out. Burnson was one of the last guys back there. So again, it's just his first game of the season. It is a big one to have because you're in league play here. And obviously you can't just say, oh, it's the first game and then not succeed. I mean, you want to have that success early on in a season, but there's definitely things that you can see the coaching staff has already talked to this team about. Coach Bowman anticipates having one of the strongest midfields in this conference, so definitely a lot of good anticipation for the Sailors here, and the second half's already started out much better. You can see that they're working more as a unit here after shaking off some of that game rust. Here comes Connell. He's going to just swing one over, switching the pitch to the near side, finding Caparelli. Back to Connell, middle of the field, but again, there's an errant play. Mireles gets it instead, sends one up looking for a through ball. Castor got back, sends it, and oh man, that was a dangerous play, but nice job from Campaverde getting it back to Castor, who had sent it back with the foot, so Campaverde couldn't play with the hands. Now it's work to Quezada. His pass a little too far for Connell. It'll be allowed to go out by Mazzotta on the far sideline, who will now take the throw-in for Glenwood as well. Still inside the Steamboat half. It's going to be worked around, and eventually Glenwood Springs has it fall to the feet of Sebastian Torres. Torres tries to get free of Bowman. Nice job there playing wolf for Murphy Bowman. He's going to get some help from Riley Moore as well. Man stumbles over the ball, goes back to Torres. It's battled for, and eventually it's Glenwood Springs who has it, sending it into the big box, but that'll be scooped up with relative ease by Juan Campaverde, and Campaverde tries for the near sideline. That's going to go over everybody and out of bounds. Throw-in coming now for the Demons. It's a quick toss, work to the middle of the field by DeGraff, settled by Glenwood Springs, and they will work it to their back line here. Demons try and work it up. It's going to be Torres. One-touch play into the middle of the pitch, right back to that right wing, and it's going to be taken there by Justin Garces. Nice service into the box. He's got a man. Dangerous play. Huge save from Campaverde yet again, coming up with an absolute stunner as Herman Alvarado was on the doorstep, right in what we would call the slot in hockey. But, man, he was just right there in the middle of the pitch, had all the angles to decide from, and a huge save from Campaverde. 33.5 to go. Big toss, header, big save again. Campaverde, rebound put in. I think that was DeGraff again. I believe that was DeGraff who picked up the trash on that, and it's 2-0. Glenwood Springs. Murphy Bowman back into the game here as Burnson will take a seat. Arias comes back in the game. Bowman was just getting some water here at the sideline, hence my confusion, which is easy and often. Murphy Bowman will take this for your Sailors on the restart. 33:15 left. Campaverde with a number of saves there. He just got overwhelmed. The numbers for Glenwood Springs were all pushing forward, and it came right to the foot of DeGraff, so not a lot to be done there as he tucked it home for his second goal of the game. Arias had that one go out of play. Off of DeGraff's foot, got the throw-in. Steamboat battling. It's going to be pushed forward by Quinn Connell. And now it's taken back by Connell again as he jumps into a passing lane there. DeGraff tried to keep it in play, couldn't quite get it. And a quick restart for Steamboat. Caparelli was upfield. But Brian Arias had started that one a little quickly as the ball had not quite vacated the premises. That was sent back towards Campaverde. So another restart. Riley Moore, nice touch on the ball. He gets it to Caparelli. He's trying to fight through. Tackled away from him, however. And then good little spin move at the near side by Jackson Cruz to keep the ball. And Glenwood Springs again advancing this one up the pitch. The midfield line. Jumping on that is Kevin Castor. And now fancy work from Castor, keeping it away from a number of players. And then he just gets taken down. Cruz may have just stumbled there, but it looked like he just went right down. Must have just caught something. I can't imagine he would try and trip someone up like that. That was a goofy play. Now this is Lopez. Swings it back. Finds Davis into the middle of the pitch to Connell. Quinn Connell jumps around one man. Reverses course, gets around that same man again. Trying to just body him off, looking for options. Gets it to Castor, swings it outside to Gabriel Davis, all the way back to Campaverde. He's outside the box, swings it near side to Brown. Brown turns upfield. His one touch on the ball sends it past Riley Moore. Oh, man, it almost got to Caparelli there. Couldn't quite connect, though. Reaching back, that was Cruz again. Now it's going to be headed down. Great job there from Sam Brown with a good defensive play. Swung outside regardless. Here's Garces into the box now, one-on-one with Brown. Great job, though. Sam Brown forcing him out, and that will result in a corner kick, but a good defensive play from Sam Brown back there. 5 corners now for Glenwood Springs to Steamboat's 0. If Casey Barnett's listening, he knows, because he taught me this, that corners are kind of indicative of advantage in terms of field play. If you earn corner kicks, that means that generally you're attacking quite a bit. So 5-0, I'd say at that point you're seeing that Glenwood Springs is having a pretty decent evening. Steamboat Sailors are definitely attacking, but it's come more so in waves. Not as consistent as Glenwood, I'd say. But again, plenty of game left. 30 minutes, 24 seconds, in fact. Ticking down here in half number 2. A 2-0 game. Glenwood Springs on top. Ball's going to be worked back. It looks as though there's a Glenwood player who's down on the field, trying to stretch himself out there. And Campaverde will get there and try and help out as well. Good sportsmanship on display from your Sailors keeper. So the clock has stopped here. Going to step away for 30 seconds and be back with more. This is your Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer right here on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. Back with you here for more actions. We're set to resume play. Your Steamboat Sailors down 2-0 to the Glenwood Springs Demons. 30 minutes left in the game. Restart ball there is going to be sent out of bounds off of a couple different players. Eventually goes off a Glenwood Springs player last. Steamboat gets it. It's going to be worked up. Riley Moore, fancy footwork there to keep that in play. Man almost jumped on that ball a little bit prematurely, but he was able to body it off. Again, Moore touches this one out. And we're looking at 2-0 game. Glenwood Springs on top of your Sailors, who are left to right on the radio dial wearing white jerseys, red numbers. Ball goes out of bounds. That one off of a Demons player last. As challenging for it was Alan Videla. Now it's going to be tossed in quickly. Moore taken down there, and that will draw a whistle. Riley Moore has been the guy who's taken most of these free kicks, and again, he's in prime locale as he's just a yard or two off the top of the 18 near side. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial just to set it up for you. Here comes Moore. Restarts it low and hard. It goes to Bowman. Touch through, and a good jumping save from Guardado, who got up in good timing. Those are always tough as a keeper. You don't want to jump early. You could be coming down and the ball could go over your head, but Guardado had that one locked down. Now a foot race near sideline. And a quick toss coming in now for Steamboat. Over the head of Riley Moore from Brian Arias. Sent back the other way, and again, another foot race. Brown sends it up, though, for Steamboat. Touch through to Connell. Connell tries the through ball. He was looking for Lopez. Couldn't get him on the outside. Taken back by Glenwood Springs. They work it across the midfield line again to the Steamboat half. Connell will send it back to his own keeper. Has to chest that one down. A dangerous-looking play, but Campaverde controls that one, has confidence with it, and then Brown eventually says, I'm not really set with this. Let's get it out of bounds. It does allow for Steamboat to get back. But a quick throw in for Glenwood Springs, and the Demons have the ball again. 28-15 left here in game number 1 of this 2018 campaign for your Steamboat Sailors. It's going to be Quinn Connell. Jumps over a man who slid at the ball. Got it over to Lopez in the meantime as well. Daniel Lopez now going to work this one up the field himself. Lopez trying to turn the Jets on and turn a corner here. Lopez, he's a left footer. Ripped one just wide as he tries to make a long run of it himself. It looks as though he may have taken a cleat there as he was trying to cut back around that last defender. So a goal kick coming up now for Carlos Guardado, who will set this up in the middle of the 6. It looks as though he's going to survey his options. Kicks one away with a long, big booming kick. It's not going to get quite as far as we saw him in the first half, though. Nice play. That was going to be a beauty to Bowman. He's in alone. Bowman shoots. A big save. Rebounds tucked home. Murphy Bowman puts in the first goal for the Steamboat Sailors. He got stopped on the first one. Guardado got across left to right, but Bowman right there. The ball came right out from the hands of the keeper, and Bowman tucks it home. 2-1 the score, and your Sailors now finding some life here as one of their captains gets on the board with his first of the season.
At 20 or 15, you're going to take over, okay?
Murphy Bowman broke a record last year with regards to the school record. And the goal scoring there, I think he had 23, which in regular season play was the record, standalone. 27 minutes left here in second half play. We've got ourselves a whole new game. 2-1 the score. Your Sailors still down by 1, but with signs of life. And they have broken through the wall of Guardado. It's going to be worked up to Riley Moore. Time and space to work with. He's going to try and streak Bowman again. And he gets through 1 man. Oh, Murphy Bowman with a great effort. Now Quezada outside the Lopez shoots and scores. Daniel Lopez ties this thing up. And your Sailors have come alive here in second half action. 2 goals in a matter of a minute. And it's 2-2. And you see the offense and how potent it can be for the Steamboat squad. Daniel Lopez, sugar happy on that one. Great selfless play there from Alejo Quezada to get it out to him. But Lopez makes no mistake in tucking that one home, and a great looking play and a sequence of events for your Steamboat Sailors. We're all knotted up at 2 apiece here from Glenwood High School. 26:35 left in second half play. And the Sailors have knotted things up. Steamboat left to right on the radio dial. White jerseys, red numbers. Players collide here. Castor had gone down. Foul, free kick. Steamboat will have this. Restart comes quickly, but a little too quickly. They'll have to reset and back up a few yards. So Gabriel Davis has this about a foot off the midfield line on his own side. Sends one up near side, and Caparelli tied up with his man a little bit prematurely on that as his lettuce goes free. It's bouncing all over the place with each stride that he takes as he's lost his headband. Free kick for Glenwood Springs now, deep in their own territory, sending them up to the Steamboat half. You can see the confidence that's been imbued into this team now in white as they finally broke through, and now you start to see what Steamboat can do. Great job from Sam Brown, stepping into a passing lane, nullifying an attack for Glenwood Springs. Almost a good play from Caparelli. He got it with the heel of his foot, but as he went to turn, it kind of hit off of a defender. He hit off a defender, so he wasn't able to chase that ball down. We've got substitutions being made here for Glenwood Springs. They get fresh troops off the bench. 25 and a half minutes to go and ticking down here in the game. 2-2 score. It happened just that quickly. Inside of a minute, Bowman scores. Quickly followed up by a goal from Lopez. Sent up the field now. Challenged for by Caparelli. Couldn't get a touch on it. Now again, it's Bowman. You can see that he's hungry for it. Needs to pull up for a second, though. Again, this is a kid who has not done a whole lot over the last 14 weeks. He's coming back and exerting himself quite a bit here after being cleared 2 days ago to return to full action. It's going to be sent up now, and here's a good-looking through ball for Glenwood Springs. The attack is on from the far side. Service comes, but it's behind DeGraff. Settles, kicks it back up top of the 18. DeGraff gets it again. He'll settle with the left foot, go with the right, shoots one off of Arias. Nice job defensively from one of your captains for Steamboat. And then Connell has it too far for Caparelli, and it's going to go out across the near sideline. And both those guys know that could have been a good little opportunity, but they'll reset quickly. And it's going to be Glenwood Springs working this one up the pitch once again. Demons are going to try and have it. Morales, fancy footwork, gets free. Sends one over, but it's taken away from Vidal. Nice job there from Lopez, who's all the way back in his defensive half as well, playing the full length of the field here. Nice job from Daniel Lopez, who's usually that left attacker. So that, again, is just a beautiful game of soccer for you. 24 minutes and change left here in this game. 2-2 to score. Here's Riley Moore. Nice chip through. He's looking to streak Connell, who runs into a defender, but 50-50 ball there. No foul. Now they do whistle it. Wow. I think they may have been playing I don't know what that one was. Quinn Connell was asking why that was a foul. It looked like it was just a 50-50. Both guys kind of went in for it. Regardless, a free kick for Glenwood Springs. They restarted quickly. Steamboat swarms. It's Gabriel Davis who jumps into a lane, gets it upfield. Now Connell, nice touch to Riley Moore. Moore going to try and chip through. He had a streak and Caparelli couldn't get it to him. Worked back the other way by Glenwood Springs only so far as this midfield line. Lopez had to go off a defender, so he earns himself and his team a throw-in far side of the pitch. Gabriel Davis is going to take it for Steamboat, and he steps up looking for Bowman. Got nudged out of the way. Comes to Mireles for Glenwood Springs. He's going to just force this one back. Cruz kicks along further to Parch. Parch upfield again. And he'll be taken there for a moment by Videla. Then he loses it. And Videla ends up getting a foul there against Riley Moore, who will regather himself and take this kick for Steamboat. He's a pretty hefty toll away from the top of the 18 here, but a good opportunity on the smaller pitch to maybe serve one up at least. 22.5 to go. Want to ride the wave right now. Here's Moore. Service comes in. Caparelli gets a head on it and at least forces Guardado to make a save. May have been going just wide of the goal frame. Guardado out to play it, though. Nice job from Caparelli because that was a very difficult header to even force on goal. So nice job there from one of your leaders for Steamboat. Now a little miscommunication. Glenwood Springs back the other way. Great slide from Sam Brown, the junior. Was one of the last defensive players back. Now it looks as though it's going to be a throw-in for Glenwood Springs, and we will have substitutions. Joe Westermeyer getting his first taste of action. Murphy Bowman subbing off here for the Sailors. He got things going with his goal on a nice break. Murphy Bowman has one on the season. Westermeyer with his first taste of action here as a Sailor. It's going to be worked to that far outside yet again. Glenwood Springs deep in Steamboat territory here. Again, the Sailors left to right on the radio dial. And in a 2-2 game now with Glenwood Springs here from Glenwood Springs High School. Ball comes to the near side, taken by DeGraff. He's going to try and get free. Instead, forced to doing a quick pass to his back line here. Now it's worked over far side to Reinhold, and Reinhold just continues it up the right flank. Good little reversal, of course, there from Glenwood Springs, but a great job there from Connell. And then the chip through. Opportunity Sailors. Here's Daniel Lopez. Wow, I don't believe it. They call him on an offsides play, but that one was, I think Daniel Lopez has to cut his nails. He would be onside if he did. I can't believe that one. That was a lot funnier in my head when I said that. Here's a free kick now for Glenwood Springs. It's going to be a quick restart here for the Demons. 20 minutes left in the game. A 2-2 score. Your Sailors are all knotted up after going down 2-0 in this one. They've come back, storming back, in fact. 2 goals inside of a minute. One off the foot of Bowman, another off the foot of Daniel Lopez. Now here's a nice job from Arias jumping in a passing lane. Gets help from Sam Brown, as well as Alejo Quezada. Quezada had a selfless play on that second goal where he could have shot. Instead, gives it off to Lopez, who had the better angle. I mean, it was the right decision, but you don't always see those in high school. Here comes Lopez now. Lopez trying to streak through. Gets a shot towards the goal. He does it! Daniel Lopez! How did he even do that? I think that's an own goal. It was a contested ball. It's not a straight shot for Lopez. Glenwood Springs defenders on the ground. He knows that was a contested ball. Lopez definitely not cleanly, but he was able to get enough to force that. I believe it bounced off of defender and then hopped up on what, you press 0. That's a finesse shot on FIFA. But Lopez with the goal there. Like I said, I believe that hit off of either Reinhold or Cruz. One of those defenders was back and challenging. Lopez will take it all day. His second goal of the afternoon. And just like that, it's a 3-2 game. Your Steamboat Sailors have come out to play in the last 27 minutes of this one. 19:55 left. Good year, 1955. But 19:55 left here in this second half of play. 3-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Bowman's back in. Westermeyer gets the feed. Couldn't quite connect. And it looks as though we're going to have a restart here. It'll be a Glenwood Springs ball. Clock's not running right now. Not sure what's going on here. It's going to be worked around. Here's Connell. Swings it to the outside to Lopez. Someone yelled, the clock's not running, man. Steamboat with the ball now. The throw-in comes to the foot of Quinn Connell. Stops, reversing course. Clock still hasn't run. Pretty sure it's been close to a minute now.
That's you seeing the clock. The clock hasn't run.
And just like that, hey, we scored that goal. We scored that goal at the same time up on the clock there, boys. They haven't even run it. Here comes Glenwood Springs trying to attack again.
That's the last goal.
And this one will go out. It should be a throw-in. 3-2 lead for Steamboat. They're not running the clock here in Glenwood Springs High School. Ball worked up to Westermeyer. He's going to try and take this one up the pitch. Looking to send it further along, but couldn't quite connect. A nice job from Cruz, who got and sacrificed his face on that one. Throw-in for Steamboat now. This one a little bit closer to the midfield line. And now they're saying that it's a non-factor because it's all on the official's time. So there you have it. We may not be able to tell you how much time's left because at this point the clock may be malfunctioning. Who knows? Here's Guardado, sends one out via roll to Justin Gotsis. Gotsis turns to the near side. He tries to swing one out and does so successfully to DeGraff. Worked it up the field, but it's going to be cut short. Nice job there from Bowman, who's now on the defensive unit here with Brian Arias stepping out. He's getting stretched out still on the near sideline. Hopefully he is all right. Ball now is going to be worked upfield by Gabriel Davis. Foot race here. Caparelli jumps behind one defender. Looks as though he was offsides. And so a free kick coming up now for Glenwood Springs. Demons will restart at 3-2 lead for Steamboat. And they have put 15:46 left. They've adjusted the clock, so the center official must have fixed things right up there. 15:46 remaining. 3-2 game, Steamboat on top. Glenwood Springs has it, switches the pitch to the near side. Trying to attack the left flank. This is going to be DeGraff. Sends one to the far side of the field. Nobody home. A little miscommunication there, but they kept it in. Nice job. Good wheels from Sebastian Torres to keep that one alive. But all told, it's for naught, as it will be a goal kick coming up for your Steamboat Sailors. Looks as though Bowman's going to take this in lieu of Campaverde. Murphy Bowman steps in. He's going to let one fly. Stays relatively low. That was a missile. And it's going to be taken down by Glenwood Springs. They turn it right back up again, trying to attack. This is DeGraff. Man, that is a big boy playing soccer, and he's got some good touches on the ball. You don't usually see such built soccer players. It's like two of Tony Counts. 13 minutes left here in this one. A 3-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors after being down 2-0 at one point in this one. They're left to right on the radio dial. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. As well as the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square in downtown Steamboat. And Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. We resume play here. From Glenwood Springs High School, it's the Demons with the ball in Steamboat half. Sailors trying to force him to the outside. Westermeyer, who's a tall and lanky kid here for the Steamboat Sailors team. If I'm not mistaken, he's a junior. I was mistaken. I thought for a second he was a senior, so we'll see 2 years of Mr. Westermeyer. So we've got Steamboat possession far sideline. It's going to be worked out of bounds, hit off of the defender's foot. That was Angel Bernal, who was on that far side, getting a foot in the lane there. Steamboat will get a throw-in, but not before we have a quick substitution. As Westermeyer comes off and Burnson comes right back in for your Sailors. Brian Arias still kind of just stretching things out a little bit. He looks as though he may be done with his evening, perhaps, as we do have 11:43 left. He could come back in, but I assume only if needed. Here's Glenwood Springs now. Chip through ball. That one is going to be taken by Sam Brown. Nice play. Good-looking play from Brownie. Uses the head so his goalkeeper, Campaverde, can make a play on that with the hands still, and he does so successfully. He's going to boot one away now. Campaverde, wow, big booming kick there. He gets it up to Lopez. Lopez tried to head it over to Riley Moore. Misplay on the ball there from Reinhold, and Moore will take over. Gives it off to Davis. One-touch play up, looking for Caparelli. Can't get it there. Taken back by Glenwood Springs. Demons work to the near side. And Glenwood Springs has it again. They'll try and work it up this left flank. They got it to DeGraff. Turns the Jets on. Oh, just misplayed it on the left foot. A good-looking play there, developing, but it's curtailed by a misplay with the left foot of DeGraff, who's the goal scorer here. He's got both of them for Glenwood Springs. Steamboat has it yet again. Your Sailors advancing this one left to right on the radio dial. Work to Riley Moore. Back quickly to Quezada. Up now to Burnson. Burnson settles with the right foot. He's going to go up with a through ball, trying to get Caparelli. We'll see if that one slows down enough. Not quite. It's always fun to watch that with the long grass here at Glenwood Springs High School. You will definitely see a slower pace to this ball on the through balls. You can get a little bit more on it and still have your player run into it. Sailors will hopefully resume practice on Gardner Field here within a couple weeks. 10 minutes left here in the game now. 3-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. And the JV squad already trying to give up on a half. It's 40 minutes, buddy. You got this. Here's Bowman. He's going to step into this restart ball. Sends one over. He was looking for Gabriel Davis, I believe, up that far flank, but couldn't connect. Now Quezada slides. Steamboat's been sliding a lot more than I recall in past years, but they've been doing an excellent job of it. And some frustration on display here from Herman Alvarado on the front line there for this Glenwood Springs team. A couple more substitutions being made here for the Demons as the clock continues to run. 9:20 left in second half action. 3-2 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top with goals from Bowman and Lopez, and then Lopez again. Throwing far sideline. It's going to be taken by this Glenwood squad. They try and work it up. Nice job double teaming there. That was Riley Moore and Alejo Quezada, who were both swarming defensively, and that's exactly what you want when you've got the one-goal lead into the last single digits of time remaining. Now it's going to be taken here by Glenwood Springs. Service comes into the box. Sam Brown got a piece of it. Not quite enough, but he gets a little bit of help from Kevin Castor. And that one will be cleared up and out. It will be a quick substitution before the throw-in on the near side, just in front of that Glenwood Springs bench. It's DeGraff who is off, and in lieu of him, it's Alan Videla who comes back into the game for Glenwood Springs. Now it's taken by Garces. He sends one well wide of the goal frame. Goal kick coming up for Campaverde and company. Juan Campaverde has played a very solid game. Can't really fault him on either of the goals. The first one, just a set piece where it came through right to the header, and he actually got a piece of it, just not quite enough to keep it out. The second, that one, he had two miraculous saves leading up to it, and then it was a shot that went off the crossbar, came right down to the foot of DeGraff, who put it home for his second of the day. But again, Campaverde playing very sound in that keeper position. Going to be worked upfield now by Glenwood Springs. Steeman's trying to progress this. They can't quite get far enough, though, as Lopez gets it up. Here's a foot race. Caparelli trying to turn the Jets on. He gets knocked off the ball, and that will draw a foul. And Reinhold was a step behind, extends the hands out on that, and he got Caparelli. So a free kick coming up. Riley Moore is going to take this time from the far side of the field of play. And he's right about at that corner of the 18. He'll be just a few feet off the box. Unless the ref pulls it back a little bit, which he could. He won't. So, here we are. It's going to be Riley Moore as the Sailors load the box with 6 white jerseys. Bowman is an option up top. Moore now sets this one. 6:59 to go, ticking down. He gets his 10 yards. Moore is going to go for it here. Riley Moore, big save there from Guardado. Nice job there from the keeper for Glenwood Springs. Riley Moore just let that one rip. And that's the transfer student. You can see this is going to be an exciting year for him as well in his senior season, coming to play for Steamboat. Glenwood Springs now trying to turn this one around. Great slide from Bowman into the passing lane, and that will draw a foul, or should. Burnson got the foul on that as the player goes down. Tries to stretch out a little bit here. Bowman helps him out. Good sportsmanship again there on display, as these soccer players more keen on not hurting themselves than the game itself, which is a real nice sign. So now they're going to stop the clock for this one. I was letting that play out. It looks as though we're going to take a quick break, though. Step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back with more. This is Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer right here on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. Back with you here for the conclusion of this one from Glenwood Springs High School. A 3-2 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors are on top here after battling back from a 2-0 deficit. 6:03 to go, and it's a free kick now for Glenwood Springs. Comes all the way in. Oh, and that one was dangerous from almost the midfield line. But Campaverde able to stop that. He'll send one up, and that is going to be a handball against Glenwood Springs. Just a little bit of a miscue from Liam Mazzotta. And a quick restart for Steamboat, sent up to Caparelli. Caparelli settles with the right foot, goes back to his left, gives it back to Lopez. One-touch play to Riley Moore. One touch along further to Quinn Connell. Back to Moore, settles with the left foot, cuts around a player. Here's Moore. He sends one in. He's got Lopez. Lopez was offsides, so that wouldn't have counted. And we will have a free kick coming up. Here's Guardado, sends this one out, and will kick it away with under 6 minutes to go. Murphy Bowman heads this down, then shoulders it forward. Bowman now up the right wing, a little bit too far for himself to chase down. Throw coming up now for Glenwood Springs. Mazzotta to take this. Almost a misplay. However, it is pushed forward by Glenwood Springs only so far as Quinn Connell settles, gives it back to Davis. Davis now along further to his back line, and Kevin Castor. He swings it back to Juan Campaverde. Campaverde steps back, gives it away. Here's Glenwood Springs. Chip ball. That one is over the goal frame. That was it right there. Campaverde, bad giveaway. Gave it right to Eric Vargas, and Vargas can't believe that he missed that one. He had Campaverde out of the goal, just needed to chip it over him and in, and put a little bit too much mustard on it. Clearly, he should have gone for the catch-up, being down 3-2. 4:26 left, a 3-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. It's going to be Murphy Bowman to kick this one away in lieu of Campaverde. And Bowman gets a big booming kick, knocked down by Mazzotta, back to the Steamboat half. Man trying to turn the corner there, lost his footing and lost possession of the ball. That was Mireles, who actually ended up going down and was in some pain. I hope it's just a pulled muscle. He's a very talented player for Glenwood Springs. You got to hope that that's just a pull muscle. And by the way, he's looking on the bench, I believe it is. Usually if you pop something, it's a little bit more painful than just a simple lounging about there. But he's been playing a very solid game for Glenwood Springs, hoping the best for him. 3:40 left in this game. 3-2 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. And the fans on the far side of the field of play cheering on as Gabriel Davis had gone for a kick and lost it there. And it looks as though they may be jeering him a little bit. Ball comes near sideline. It somehow stays in, goes to the scoreboard almost on that kick. And it'll be a goal kick for your Steamboat Sailors. They're in no rush to get this one and kick it away. They'll set it up to the near side, top of the 6 here. 3:17 to go. 3-2 lead, your Steamboat Sailors on top. Do want to thank Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40, as well as the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends at the Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Quick throw from Guardado, finds Mazzotta. Steps up, fires a pass far side. Miscommunication there between brain and foot, though. Goes out of bounds. And a throw in for Steamboat on the offensive side of that midfield line for the Sailors. Nice service comes near side. Caparelli may be able to chase it down. He does. Stops it. Gives it up top to Quinn Connell. Connell now has an open Lopez. Fakes it once. Still looking. Doesn't have a lane he likes. Can't get a pass off. Instead forced to turn and go back to Murphy Bowman. A little chip through from Bowman. That one is going to be gathered by Guardado, who quickly pushes his troops upfield and is going to go for a big booming kick. He does. Unleashes one that finds the stratosphere, returns to earth, and that one is headed forward. A nice looking play there off the head of Eric Vargas. Settle now near side. Fancy footwork on display. Shot comes in. Big save from the goalkeeper yet again, Campoverde. Campo with a big stop yet again. He's going to roll this one out as the Sailors build from the back. Bowman has it. He'll just give this one up towards the midfield line. Knocked down by Mazzata again. A little errant play there from Mazzata. We've ticked down to the last 2 minutes of this one, which means we're on the officials' time. Throwing coming up for your Steamboat Sailors. Bowman's going to take this. Keeps it low. Gets it to Riley Moore. Couldn't connect with Caparelli. Taken back by Glenwood Springs. Chipped through over to the far side, and Sebastian Torres has it. Now it's going to be worked out of bounds on that far side off Gabriel Davis. Throw in for the Demons, but not before DeGraff gets in. That's a big substitution. He was able to get the official to go.
In our game.
Now it's going to be DeGraff who's in there. It's a big body. He's got the goals, both of them, for Glenwood Springs. Toss comes in, headed out there by Steamboat. Nice job there from Quezada. He looks a little shaken up on the play. And now it's going to be headed along further by Lopez. Back the other way by Glenwood player. Demons trying to just chip this one forward. Nice job as Quezada comes in, and he is definitely shaken up. He made a jump on that ball, but he is not feeling good here. And the whistle blows. Foul. Free kick coming up here for Glenwood Springs. All on the officials' clock now. The restart comes. Near side of Mazzata. Quinn Connell has had enough of that. He kicks one out of play. DeGraff will take a throw in here for the Demons. And he's looking like he wants to go with a deep ball, and he will. DeGraff finds his mark. And a great play. Sam Brown with a stellar defensive play there. Kicks it out. Throw-in coming here for Glenwood Springs now. DeGraff is going to have to chase this ball down. He's just a few feet off the end line here. He's going to try and toss it in all the way to the 6. No, he opts for Mazzata. Now Mazzata tries the service to the far side, heads off of a Glenwood Springs player, and we've got to be getting close to final time here. 3-2 lead for your Sailors. Waiting on those 3 whistles from the official. Ball is going to be taken here by Caparelli. Caparelli now is going to just send it to this near side. And it's going to be taken away. Oliver Caparelli all over the pitch here at the end. Now Bowman will send it up the length of the field here, and it goes out of play. I don't know how this has not been complete yet. Well over 2 minutes played, I believe. I mean, I don't really know how to do math. Let's not kid ourselves. Whistle blows. The official brings him back. He gained a few too many yards on that throw-in, so here's Mazzata now. Glenwood Springs has to build from the back. They don't have a lot of time to do it. Burnson challenges. Mazzata gathers, gives it to DeGraff. Try to get by Burnson, he does. DeGraff now up the near sideline. Gives a pass off there to Garces. Garces up the far side as well. Glenwood Springs across midfield line. Great job, and a jump on the ball there from Gabriel Davis. Looking for Lopez. And now it's going to be challenged for the Demons. Working near side. DeGraff has it. He's going to give one off to Mazzata, who's pushing up the field of play. Mazzata pushes into the middle of the pitch, and Burnson will clear it out. Throw-in coming up for Glenwood Springs. Deep in Steamboat territory here. 3-2 lead. Murphy Bowman did enough on that to keep it at least on the sideline, so it's a throw-in instead of a corner. Demons will have a chance at this one. We'll go for a deep throw on this. I can't believe that we're still playing. And a big throw coming to the back post, bouncing around, and Steamboat will clear. They'll turn it and try and chip it back in again. Bowman's up. He gets headed and then knocked to the ground. Cleared out by Steamboat. Caparelli has it. Chips to Lopez. Back to Caparelli. Foot race here. And Guardado will try and chest it down. Gets it away from Caparelli. And Lopez has it. Keeps it in play. Finds the foot of Riley Moore. Chips it up the field. Official finally looks at his watch. Still hasn't blown the whistle. Unreal. Throwing for Steamboat now. And it looks as though a substitution being made. Brian Arias coming on for Murphy Bowman. It was a little shaken up. He got up there, elevated high. 3-2 is the lead for your Steamboat Sailors here as they've come back from being down 2-0. But yet again, we're running into a Glenwood Springs, man. You just run. You come here, you have to anticipate 5 to 7 extra minutes of time when that 2 minutes comes up on the board. We got it last year, and we're getting it again here. Glenwood Springs progressing the ball up that far flank. And we take it back by Sam Brown. He works it upfield for Steamboat to the midfield line. Battled for. Sailors have this one. They'll fight through it as bodies start to fly now out on the pitch, knowing that this is running down to its last moments. And the ball is going to be taken by the Demons. They'll send this one up, and it may find the sideline. It does. Throw in Steamboat now. Castor slows it down. He's going to give one off to Gabriel Davis, who will take this instead. Tosses up, looking for Lopez. Heads it to the middle of the pitch here. And there's the whistle. That's the final. Your Steamboat Sailors win this one 3-2 after being down 2-0 at one point. A great battle there for the Sailors, and it looked as though maybe I was going a little crazy and just I'm wearing a Steamboat shirt because I checked and it was maybe about 3 minutes, so not too crazy on that one. But 3-2 nonetheless. That's your final here from Glenwood Springs High School. Your Sailors 1-0 on the year, a big win against Glenwood Springs, and a big character win for the Sailors to come back from down 2-0. We will have more action for you. Tomorrow we're not going to cover the Cedar Edge game, unfortunately, just because of the technical difficulties. So we will not be covering that. However, you can check Facebook for updates on the Steamboat Radio page. We'll give you score updates as they are available to us. We will have Steamboat Soccer again on Saturday. There will not be any camera for that, but there will be a game held at Dudley Field. Classic throwback there for the Sailor Soccer. As you march into Dudley Field, it says home of the 1998 Class 3A state champion girls team. So a lot of history on that one. We'll have the game for you. But for now, I'm signing off. Vlad and Shay saying so long. This has been Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com.
Thanks for listening to Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM. Brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Rifles Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett with the downtown Edward Jones office.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.